Howdy folks, and welcome to this reaction to RWBY, Volume 7, Chapter 9, As Above, So Below, or something like that. I can't remember now. I saw it just a minute ago, and I can't remember. And the description I just saw was like a sentence before I'm starting it here, something about learning the truth. So I'm guessing this is the episode in which Ironwood learns the truth. And I'm also guessing, based on the sentence in that description, that he doesn't learn it from RWBY. And from Crow, which is kind of what we expected, or what I expected, what I feared, really. I'm turning on the closed captioning here. So in the last episode, we had the dinner party, and Ironwood being questioned and grilled and interrogated, and his secrecy being questioned. Doesn't seem to be too much they could do. I didn't see anything in that, with Jacques and the other council members about kicking him off the council. That didn't come up. But obviously it was something that Winter was concerned about when she said that he has to defend his seat on the council. I didn't see them saying anything about, we're going to kick you off the council. Maybe that's going to come up in this episode. I don't know. I'm hoping that the video now that Weiss has of her father comes to the surface, and hopefully either Pietro or Ironwood can identify Watts as the man that he meets and figure out that he's alive and that he's behind all this, so that they can actually get some traction. I'm kind of getting, honestly, I think I said this last time. I think I did. I'm not sure. But I'm getting a little tired of, honestly, how long we've been spending in Atlas dealing with politics and lies and manipulating, and I really am kind of missing the action of the story, of the plot, not the fights and things. I'm missing the plot moving along. I'm missing Salem, what's she doing? I'm missing Cinder, what's she doing? They've just been sitting there stalling on this thing for 9 episodes now. I sure hope in the last few episodes of this volume that we actually get some traction in that regard. So here's hoping, against hope, I'm sure, that in this episode we'll see what's up with Salem and or Cinder. Something tells me we won't, and it'll be more just, politics and lies and all that stuff. So anyway, here we go. Oh, yeah. Just like last time, Rookie will react separately with me sitting next to her. Later on in the week, she again has to work. It's past Christmas, but she still has a holiday schedule, so sorry about that. Here we go. Upbeat pop music. I mean, there's something to be said. I'm wishing that Salem and Cinder have more to do, but there's something to be said about the fact that we don't see them in the intro. All we see is Watts and Tyrion. So it's almost like they're saying, no, we're not going to see Salem, we're not going to see Cinder this chapter, or this volume, pardon me. It's just going to be Watts and Tyrion, which I guess we should have seen a long time ago, but it's a bummer. That was a long stretch of black. Oh yes, Watts turned off the power when the snow came. Or at least turned off the heat. So the dinner party is continuing. The Inquisition is continuing.
We have checks and balances.
Councilman Schnee.
Yes.
Oh, Jacques gonna get in trouble.
Everything that was just said. No further questions.
They use his authorization to shut off the heat.
Not quite done yet. You're afraid of something, General, aren't you?
I think that's
of course he is.
Miss Hill.
Uh-oh.
You're all aware of my semblance.
He did order her arrest.
You've got the wrong man on trial. I know who's been framing Ironwood, who rigged the election.
Uh-oh.
And my father does too.
Is that...
Ironwood would recognize him.
That's impossible.
Oh, they all do.
Watts died in the Paladin incident years ago.
What is this?
Cool.
For this council seat, what if I said you could have your cake?
Why doesn't he stop it?
Council. All I need is your login credentials to the Atlas network.
Ooh, Winter, that evil eye.
Like a waking nightmare.
A death stare from Winter.
Guarantee you victory at the poll.
Take your seat.
But it's not his seat, is it? He's running? Oh, Weiss.
Jacques Schnee, you're under arrest. I do that?
Can I do that? Way to go, Weiss.
Anything to control us.
Careful. You guys don't know how to use dust. Careful.
Please advise.
You're in. Okay, is Krogan? Is this going to be the fight?
Councilman, your newly granted clearance gave him.
I love how they're portraying him as being completely frightened of Ironwood when he doesn't have any power.
Patch you.
They're all learning now about the
Wait.
heat being turned off.
Wait, what? People are going to
Disconnect all the connections to the heating system and turn it on manually. I'm sure there's manual ways to do it.
How bad is it?
Amity. She learns about Amity.
Can you
Yeah.
block his access?
Robin's like, she? Who?
He's already starting to.
Why would they target you? And why are you working
Tell her the
so
truth.
hard to hide the Amity communications tower from them?
You know?
Just tell her the rest of the truth. It's gone too far. She's a huntress. She can be trusted. Well, not every huntress can be trusted, but... Come on, Pietro, can't you do something about the heating grid? And here come the Grim. Oh, that got him to charge. This is one of the walls that needed to be repaired, right?
Much bigger going on here. Now I think it's to protect something else.
Yeah, Ruby.
Us. Atlas, maybe even...
Earlier, you asked for my advice,
Oh, he's got the
I wanted
gin,
Oscar's
so
advice.
and his
he's gonna
advice
tell the
probably
truth.
would have been to keep your secrets.
We can do this together.
And we're going to continue to lie to you. Whoa. Was that Neo?
Oscar?
Am I the only one who's going to think that that was Neo?
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
She smiled a bit like Neo.
Thought that maybe we should tell Ironwood.
Oh, well, the same page, huh?
Okay, they want to tell the truth. Good.
He's finally choosing the.
Sure.
Yeah, I've got
Be
it.
careful how you tell him. Make sure
Good luck down there.
that Ironwood knows that you agreed with Ruby about keeping it a secret and that she wants him to know now, so he doesn't think she's continuing to hide it. Don't pull away. Good. Use your strength. You know that. Aww. Hold Blake's hand. Nope. Thought that might have happened. Just because she can't be killed doesn't mean she can't be stopped.
From you too. We didn't.
You say that like you were there. Our transports are here.
Ooh.
We should move.
Somebody had commented that maybe the blending is happening without him knowing, without Oscar knowing.
Oscar.
That he's basically becoming
No
Ozma.
surprises, all right.
I'm gonna go back. I gotta hear that again because I don't get subtitles and I missed the comment here.
Oscar. No more surprises, all right.
No more surprises, all right.
Take it.
Okay, I presume there's no more surprises because I presume he mentioned that Jin still has a question left. Because if he didn't, then there'd be another surprise that he might find useful. Weiss is doing some summoning, I think. She was holding her sword up and concentrating. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Luck? He uses luck to... I guess. He just falls out. Good luck. He'll land on his feet. Are we going to start to see the signs of the redemption of Whitley? Or is he too far gone? Come on, Willow. That is Neo. Why else would we be following her? Yep, it's Neo. That's Neo. Yep. And here's Cinder.
Really?
We did get him.
Only you found what we've been looking for.
Oh boy. Now the question is, what does that mean? What have they been looking for? Because there's a subtext, right, which is that Cinder and Neo are looking for Ruby because they want to kill Ruby. But there's a bigger mission that at least Cinder has that Neo doesn't really have so much, but Neo is working with Cinder, so she's kind of carried on that mission, which is from Salem. But so does Watts. That's interesting because think about this for a second. Since Cinder's fall, get it? Cinder's fall, she hasn't been in contact with Salem. She is acting on what she understood to be Salem's wishes, which is to get the artifacts, the relics, artifacts. I never remember which word to use. To get them and to defeat the good guys and so forth and so on, right? It's a general, she knows what Salem kind of wants. So is she doing that for Salem, or is she just using that as an excuse for what she wants to do, which is her own personal power? Perhaps she's going to try to, what we want? Did Neo find out where the Winter Maiden is being held? Neo had a code there to get in a door. Is she going to have a code or some way to get into the Winter Maiden? And is the goal here for Cinder to grab the Winter Maiden powers? Is that what Cinder wants? Yes, of course. I mean, it's not really a question. Cinder wants all the Maiden powers. I mean, come on. That's pretty obvious. So is that really Cinder's game here? I want to get the Winter Maiden powers and kill Ruby? And that's really it. And getting the Winter Maiden powers would help, would please Mommy, Salem. Oh, man. That's interesting. I'm going to bet maybe that's what she wants. Because she can't be following recent direct orders from Salem. Because she hasn't, as far as we know, been in contact with her. Right? She crawled her way out of the chasm. Then ran into Neo after finding out where Ruby and company went, and then they headed off to Atlas. So, as far as we know, she hasn't been in touch, although we didn't see every minute of her, obviously. So she's got to be going on that same mission of, I want to get all the powers, which so happens to also be something Salem would be happy with, and I get to kill Ruby, which makes me and Neo happy. That's got to be your plan. So, getting the power back on down here, again, I'm going to be a nitpicker here. There has to be a manual override for that. Just because they can't get into the system doesn't mean they can't turn on the heat. That can't be true. They have to be able to shut off the computers, shut off the network, so to speak, and go in and flip switches and manual switches and turn these things back on. There has to be a way to do that. I can't believe there isn't. So either they're going to do that next episode, or that's just a real oversight, technical oversight by the writers. Of something that is more real world, Although obviously this is a fantasy world, I get it, but it's kind of based on real world, right? We're not getting a lot of Pietro and Maria. We see them, but we're not really getting a lot of story with them. We finally, like I said, get what Neo and Cinder. Well, we don't really get what they're up to, but we see them. That's great, and we'll see more of them. Next episode, next chapter, and the remaining chapters, I hope. Maybe next chapter we'll get to see Salem. And that fight has got to be coming now, right? Because they've jumped into the city. The fight with Tyrion and Robin and Crow that we saw in the intro has got to come, right? And my only fear for Robin is Crow is a bad luck charm. So is Robin going to get hurt in this fight? He doesn't really like to fight with friendly people on his side, because they tend to get hurt. So, I don't know. So that's going to be coming. But yes, so excited that Jacques' comeuppance has been delivered. That he is under arrest. He was, like shaking like a little baby when he didn't have his political power anymore, and Ironwood was in his face. So clearly he's a coward. We already knew that, but pretty clearly. And he gets embarrassed in front of his family. Whitley is an interesting thing, because Willow told Weiss last episode that, remember your brother. Of course, he doesn't want to have anything to do with you because you left him with us. The implication is, of course, that he would have been a normal good boy and would have been just as good as Winter and Weiss if somebody had just shepherded him along. And Willow was out of the picture at that point. She was just too far gone. She was just trying to look out for herself and just drink herself into oblivion. And of course, Jacques is Jacques. So, and it looked like he did not react well to his father being arrested. He was a little shaken, but then he seemed to be determined or mad when he stormed off, when Willow saw him storm off. So that's not a good sign. Is he going to do something stupid? Does he have any way to do anything stupid? Or is it just character development for Whitley? I don't know, but I love that. I'm sorry. The favorite line of the entire episode was Weiss, "You're under arrest. Can I do that?" I love it. And Winter, I'm sure, was very proud of her little sister in that and all of that. Ironwood finally knows the truth. However, I will say this. However, they didn't show us him learning the truth. They only showed the after effects, right? So we don't know everything that was told to him. His line about "no more secrets," I don't think I could take anymore. Obviously, that's foreshadowing. Come on. It's got to be foreshadowing that there is some other secret that Ozma knows, or the team knows, that they haven't told him. So have they not told him that Jin has another question? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the only secret that they haven't said. I mean, without knowing that, we have to assume that Oscar told him the whole truth, meaning how Ozpin retreated, the fact that they got Jin out, that Jin had 2 questions left, they asked 1 question, and the whole story, the whole backstory, because obviously he said she can't be killed, although somebody should point out that doesn't mean he can't be stopped, or she can't be stopped, sorry. That doesn't mean Salem can't be stopped, she just can't be killed. Because, I mean, obviously he said that, he was afraid you'd give up hope. Well, if she can't be stopped, then what hope is there? So obviously you need to know that she can be stopped. My only concern is, again, did they not tell him something? Did Oscar not tell him something? And also there's that hint, that indication that when Ironwood said it almost sounds like you were there, you said that like you were there, that we're getting maybe a little of that blending without Oscar even knowing it, that Ozma is taking control. Maybe that's just something that happens and he can't. Ozma, I'm going to continue to say Ozma as in the entity that later became Ozpin, that is now an Oscar. Ozma, his curse, or whatever it is, he can't control it, and it just absorbs the mind of the person personality, whatever, of the person he joins with, and he can't control it. Just because he went to the back of his head and hid and let him be in charge doesn't mean that the blending isn't happening and he is becoming Ozma. So there's that going on too. So a lot of stuff in this episode. This one of my favorite of the whole volume so far. I might even say my absolute favorite. I haven't rewatched every episode, every chapter yet, but this was pretty good. Definitely in the last few. This is the best of the last few for sure. Might even be the best of the whole volume. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're excited about. I'm sure I missed something, some real cool little thing. Let me know what it is. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.